So, I had a woman who was climbing the ladder, the partner ladder. She was on the partner track for a law firm. She was burnt out. I mean, she was completely burnt out to the point where irritable, couldn't sleep, self-medicating, with wine and shopping. On the weekends, it was literally face down on the couch, Netflix and chilling because she had no energy to do anything else, including spend time with her spouse and her three small children. I mean, she was just done. And when she came to me, her line was, "I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I need to make a change now because I feel like I'm going down the fatal track," which that can happen. It can lead to suicide. I mean, because it's so overwhelming. And her refrain was, "I'm overwhelmed, I'm exhausted, I'm stressed. I'm overwhelmed, I'm exhausted, I'm stressed." So here's what we did. We reviewed everything in her life, like what was pulling on her energy, because you can't make a change without acknowledging and admitting what's going on, right? And then taking accountability for that. So we looked at, okay, what were her work responsibilities? Where did she train people in her workspace to treat her? What was she saying yes to that was causing a no? Like, what was she saying yes to at work that was making her say no to something that would mean taking care of herself? What was her faith and spiritual practice? Because I find that people who lean on their faith and choose faith over fear and worry are less likely to burn out. And that's just only in my research and experience. I don't have any data to back that up. That's just my client work. The other thing we did was we analyzed her relationships. Like, okay, which relationships build you up? Which relationships drain you? Who do we need to say no to? Who do we need to sift out? Um, and some of that was her family members, because it got to the point where she's at work, right, working with her clients as a lawyer. And then what we realized is that her commute to and from work, which was an hour in the car, was spent, giving free legal advice to friends and family. So she is literally at an energetic zero at the end of the day, and she's going into the negative with all of these. So basically what we did, because the root of it was she was completely disconnected from herself, and she was at the point where she was autopiloting her way through life, just going through the motions. So what we did was we went through and we started getting rid of things, and we started practicing saying no and putting in strong boundaries. And the way we did that was we went back to her why, creating why she was doing this. What's the whole reason why she's at work? What is she trying to achieve, And when you remember that, it makes it easier to say yes, no, maybe to things, because you're clear on what your filters and guide points are. So we start with the why statement, right? Why are you doing this? Then we move into mission, vision, values, which she had never done. Organizations do it all the time, but we don't do it for ourselves. So we really zeroed in on what was of value to her personally and professionally, what was her mission, and what was her vision for herself. And we got to the point where we just started practicing these things, because everything in my work and the work that I do with clients is a practice, right? So every day is the opportunity to practice. And if you fail, which is great, because I believe failure is first attempt in learning, right? What do we learn from this situation? Okay, it didn't work like that yesterday. Let's try it this way. Oh, that works better. Okay, let's go on that track. Then what we did was we looked at, now again, I'm not a nutritionist, but I know what's worked for me because I use myself as an incubator for these things. So I know when I'm eating a lot of carbs or sugar or overloading on caffeine or alcohol, then everything else is kind of wonky, like it's out of alignment. So we looked at that. We also looked at her sleep patterns. And, I mean, sleep is everything. It hooks into your brain, it hooks into your heart, it hooks into weight loss. That's why these athletes now are buying Sleep Number beds to follow their data on how they're sleeping. That's why Apple has tracks your sleep. It's very important. And we found out that by using a bottle of wine, a Xanax, and a bath, she wasn't getting restful sleep. So we backed off of that. We started creating rituals where she would still have the bath, and we created a spa experience where she would, 20 minutes before bed, get in the bath, turn on some soft music, light some candles, go through the day. I even, suggested she has a to-do list. Well, while she's in the bath, dump those ideas onto the to-do list, right? Get them out of your brain dump into the pad. Once the bath is done, the pad goes away, get in bed, sleep meditation goes on, and after 90 days, she was better rested, clearer, able to say no to things that weren't in alignment with mission, vision, values, and her why statement, and things started to kind of align again. She ended up, after 5 years of struggling to get partner, ends up making partner in 6 months. And now she's at the point where she can dictate the rules and the culture of the firm to make sure that her associates and the people working with her aren't going down the same path. So now it's a ripple effect, right? Rising tides raise all ships. So she made herself better, scaffolded herself up, got really clear on who she was able to say yes or no, set boundaries. We stopped having those calls with friends and family, which this is how it went. Mom, I love you, but I've spent all day arguing with clients. I'd be happy to help you, but I need you to make an appointment, a professional appointment. So she did continue to help her friends and family, but in the confines of the work. So once work was done, it was over, and she was able to rest her brain and become more creative. So now she's working smarter, not harder, and she achieved her goal and got what she wanted, but she got it on her own terms, in alignment with who she was, and she got to be able to show up and not choose between the firm's networking events and her kids' milestone events. So she was more present as a mother. And on the weekends, she was able to nurture herself and be more connected with her spouse. So everything got better because she took care of herself and set these strong boundaries and was more in alignment with who she was as a human. So in conclusion, if you're experiencing the symptoms, irritability, trouble sleeping, if you feel like you're sacrificing your health emotionally, physically, spiritually, mentally, I can help you, and you can get out of burnout and achieve your dreams on your terms. And the more people that are achieving their dreams on earth, the higher level of consciousness we're all operating on. Again, that ripple effect. And you don't have to spend 5 years in therapy doing it. We can do it in rapid transformation. Is there a time and cost commitment? Yes. But here's what I can tell you. It's minuscule to the time and cost commitment that you might spend with a therapist who may not get you there. We're going to get you there because, again, I'm the incubator. I know what it feels like, and I've beta tested it with my clients. I know how to get you out of it. But, it's up to you to make that commitment financially and time-wise to get yourself healed, because right now you're disconnected. If you're experiencing everything I just described, you're disconnected from yourself. We need to get you reconnected to yourself so you can reconnect to your work, your family, and the world at large. If you're experiencing any of the things I described, click the link below. I can help you with burnout or on any other aspect of leadership in your career. Follow me on social media. There's a link to our webinar below that will definitely help you just by watching it. Thank you so much for watching, and we look forward to delivering more valuable content to help you in life, business, and work, career, whatever else you need help with.